Okay, sweet souls, it's time we have a very serious discussion about health and health related things such as deodorant and the products that we're using. As someone who really tries to be as natural as possible and moving away from conventional beauty products, deodorant has been something that is like a really hard thing for me to make that switch from. So I have used a ton of natural deodorants, and I did find I was having a really hard time. Now, being in Costa Rica, finding a natural deodorant is harder than finding a needle in a haystack. So I settled for one that did not have aluminum in it because I could not find anything else, and I know that aluminum is not good for the human body. A lot of the times when we are trying to better our health, there is so much information out there, so much misinformation out there. It can be extremely overwhelming, and it can also feel like a lot of pressure, because when you start opening your eyes and seeing that so many things, almost all of the things in this world are terrible for human health, it feels really bad. It feels really bad because where do I start? What is the most important? How can I afford this? What am I gonna do? I don't want to die. I'm trying to be healthy, but everything is bad for me and it's overwhelming. So I got sick, and that is what helped me get into a better mindset about the things that I was choosing to consume, the things that I was choosing to put on my body, and the things that I was choosing to think, all of these things. I had breast implants for 3 years and I got really sick from them, which is exactly what led me here. And I'm very grateful for that experience, although very expensive. I went to school for holistic nutrition. I passed my course with flying colors, and my eyes have been peeled wide open to how toxic this world really is for us, and how so many things, including our minds, play into the health and wellness of our bodies. Deodorant is something that maybe is not on the top of the list for you, and that's totally okay. I just want to make a video to inform you of what I learned about the deodorant that I was choosing to use here in Costa Rica. Number one, like I said, it was the best option that I could find for me, and sometimes, even if it's not the best option in the entire world, we do have to settle for the best option available to us, the best option that we can afford, the best option that we know at the time, because things are always changing, more science is coming out, and we are just doing the best that we possibly can. So I chose what was best for me. No aluminum, perfect. But I eat very healthy and I was noticing that this deodorant was not helping me smell much better than if I were not to use it. So that started to raise like an alarm bell in me of like, okay, what is going on? If you hear a weird noise, it's the dog downstairs. His mommy left him alone and he gets very sad. So I was noticing that, you know, the smell wasn't much different. I live in Costa Rica, so I'm sweating like crazy anyways. The humidity here is 1,000%. It's like 400 degrees all day, every day. I live in the mountains, so walking anywhere, you sweat. There's no stopping that. And if you are looking to a deodorant or antiperspirant to stop you sweating, stop it, because our bodies need to sweat. That is a natural, normal process that our bodies need to do to eliminate toxins, to help cool our bodies down. Sweating is normal. Don't be embarrassed. We all do it. It happens behind my knees even. It's always happening. I sweat, and that's fine. But the smell, I am not dealing with, especially when I know I'm eating healthy. I'm not eating a bunch of seed oils. I'm not eating anything processed. I cook all my meals myself. So all of these things that I'm doing, and I have sweat smell, seems a little bit weird to me. I started to notice this, just took a mental note, and then I started to notice that sometimes I was getting a rash in my armpits, and I said, okay, that's weird because my soap has not changed. My soap is natural. It's made from goat's milk. Nothing else has changed. I'm using the same deodorant. I don't put any other products on. Same laundry detergent. Nothing new. What is going on? So I decided to make an experiment. And it has been 2 weeks since I've used deodorant. I've used no such thing that you buy in a store called deodorant. And number one, I have not had any rashes. Number two, I have completely eliminated smell. I have nothing under my armpits that smells. And what have I been using? Nothing other than coconut oil. So the organic, cold pressed, non-refined coconut oil, and lime juice, not from concentrate, literal squeeze of a lime. And I did learn this from someone that I went to nutrition school with. She, however, used lemon, and I do believe it might be a little bit more gentle on the skin. I've had no issues with the lime, but just in case you want to do this, try it out first. I tried this just at home. I wanted to see like how she went, and everything was fine. So then I wanted to test it, and I did it during a workout and all Gucci. Then I did it when I went to the beach, and I'm sweating buckets. I'm in the ocean. I'm back to sweating buckets, tanning. I'm back in the ocean. All is well. Then I did it for an entire day where I did my normal routine of the beach in the morning, sweating like crazy, walked to the beach, all that stuff, walked home, washed with my soap, and then went grocery shopping in a store that has no air conditioning. Still no smell. And I did not reapply the coconut lime solution. So when you are doing the coconut oil, it is antimicrobial. So that is killing bacteria and making it all fresh in there. And the lime juice is doing the same thing. It's keeping you fresh. It's eliminating any kind of bacteria that could be happening in there and neutralizing an odor. This got me to look into my deodorant's ingredients. This here, this entire page is ingredients of my deodorant. There is 27 ingredients in here. Out of 27, 14 of them are known for health concerns and conditions. That's half. So I looked up with ChatGPT which ones were causing problems and what problems they were causing, how they were made, what they are made from, and a lot of them are with petroleum, so get that the heck away from me. And a lot of them are possible carcinogens, so causing cancer, don't want that. And I think out of 14, 10 of them are known skin irritants. Can someone explain to me why you are using something for a very sensitive part of the skin, no less, that is a known skin irritant? Doesn't make any sense. So looking into the products that you're using, looking into the ingredients that they have, if they have 27 of them, probably don't use it. And I know that there are so many natural things that you can choose out there now, but please beware that read the label. Read the label, read the ingredients, because there is so much gray area. Like I said, these companies get away with murder, literally. And if it's put in a food, please read your food labels. If it's put in a food and it sounds like a chemical, it is a chemical, but they put it in the food, and because it's on a food label, it is now a food product. That does not seem right to me. It doesn't seem right at all, but that is the way this world is working, so please read your labels. And I just want to also read this little bit. Even natural deodorants that I've used, some of them do contain fragrance, some of them have essential oils, but also be mindful that some essential oils are chemically produced as well. It's a synthetic fragrance of that essential oil and not the actual essential oil itself. So really do your homework on that if you're sensitive or concerned about it. If it has fragrance in it, this says the International Fragrance Association, IFRA, there are 3,000 fragrance ingredients. That doesn't mean that your product has 3,000 fragrances in it, but it probably has a lot. And the term fragrance or perfume can represent hundreds of different chemicals used in one word. So you can see the word fragrance, but you have no idea how many chemicals went into that one word. They, by law, don't have to tell you that maybe it only has 2, but it could have 300 chemicals under one word. So let's say that is true. Let's say it's 300. Now, my deodorant not only has 27 ingredients that are listed, it has 300 chemicals that are not listed. So 327 things that I'm putting on my armpits, absorbing into my body. That is not okay. So really being mindful of the products that you're using. And I know that it is not possible to replace all of your products all at once, to throw everything in the garbage and start fresh. Financially speaking, probably not possible for majority of people. Poor Mingo downstairs having the time. Just having awareness. What we want to do is empower ourselves with information. This information is not meant for fear mongering or to overwhelm you or make you depressed or make you hate being a human. It's to empower you to make different choices. And when we, the consumers, make different choices, that means that the products that we consume must shift, because we are not buying the shitty products anymore, so they will stop making them. Having that power in your hands, you have so much power in your hands as the consumer, as the person making the purchases. You have the money, so make your money count to things that are going to benefit your life, and stop turning a blind eye to things that are not. Coconut oil, super affordable. You can get a giant tub of organic coconut oil from Costco for very cheap. Limes, also inexpensive. When you break it up over time, you're not going to use a lime a day on your armpits. You use just a little, like a quarter of a teaspoon of lime juice and just a little tiny, like dime size of coconut oil, and rub it around in there. Now, this being said, I don't wear a lot of shirts with sleeves, so I don't entirely know how the coconut oil is going to hold up on fabrics. If this is something that you want to try, please just be mindful of that, because I don't want you to ruin your clothes and come for me. Because I had a really good experience where I came home and washed the product off with soap and had no smell or nothing afterwards. I would highly recommend, if you're worried about your clothing, to let it sit for half an hour, wash, put your clothes on. And that's actually what the woman that I went to school with did. Is she just used lemon, but she would just put the lemon, rub it on her armpits, and sit for 20 minutes, you know, reading a book, making tea, whatever. Then she would wash it off, and she had no smell. That is something to play around with. That is something to try if you are finding that you do still have some sort of odor. I would recommend highly cleaning up your diet. That is number one, because if you're consuming foods that are toxic, your smell is also going to be toxic. So sometimes also when we are expelling those toxins through our sweat, it might be a little bit funky in the beginning, because you're needing to purge out the toxins from your deodorant. So that can be a whole other process. So just trust and have faith in that process, and know that you are doing what is best for your body. And sometimes there's like a little period where you just need to give yourself grace. Being healthy is a choice, and we're choosing with every product that we buy, with everything that we eat, with all the things that we consume through content on social media. All of the things add to our health or take from our health. So just being aware of the choices that you're making will make you a healthier person overall. Good luck with your armpits. And I hope some of this information was helpful to you. If you are unsure about how to read a label or what any of the ingredients are, I highly recommend either doing a Google search, or you can use ChatGPT like I did and saying, what is this ingredient? What is it made from? How is it made? Why is it in my deodorant or my lipstick or my sunscreen or my conditioner or whatever, my foundation, and looking up why those things are in there. And that'll help you better understand what is going on, why they use that, and how you can choose something different. So good luck and happy purchasing. You are so powerful. Use your money wisely.